And it's a beauty.
Places it wonderfully into the corner.
4-3 up, can you believe it?
From Bratton finds Baum Johan. Barbarousis tries to help it on towards Lafondra, and he's got there as he has. Well, he didn't look favourite, Adam Lafondra, but early on, Elfie's at the Christmas buffet eating sausage rolls. Another one for him, 11 for the season now. Sydney lead 1-0. That one's found its way through to David Ball, who was onside. Bit of work to do for David Ball as he got it in the locker. Squares it back across. Surely a goal. There's a goal. And it's Reno Piscopo with his first in Wellington Phoenix colours. Everybody seemed to stop, apart from David Ball. It's found its way through to Davila. Piscopo is peeled away to the right. And it comes Davila! Well, he's been good on the left foot this season. It was the right foot that time. 7th goal of the season for Ulysses Davila. Wellington, who were 1-0 down, are 2-1 up in Wellington. Bratton on set-piece duty for this one. Crowded penalty area to aim at. And it's going to find its way in. Who got the final touch? We'll find out at some stage, because it seemed as though 5 or 6 players were around the ball. Has it come off a Phoenix defender? Has it come off a Sydney player? There doesn't seem to be any major celebration. I get the feeling this might be an own goal.
Yeah, I think maybe Stephen Taylor gets the final touch here.
Libby Kakachi is getting more and more involved down the left as this game goes on, as he normally does. Libby Kakachi, is there an end product? There is from Davila. How's he missed that? How has Davila missed that? He scored.
Their number 10 can't slot that one home.
Sydney probing, Bratton dinking. Tavia just about winning the header. Helped back in by Ninkovic, and the volley from Trent Bahaja. It left his boot in pretty impressive fashion. Soterio sees Hooper ahead of him, but plenty of sky blue shirts there as well. He goes inside Josh Soterio. David Ball with the shot. Just wide from David Ball. Didn't get the connection, I don't think, that he was after.
Why would you stop the game?
And in the midst of all that, Chris Beath is blind for full time. That's it, he says. Well, it all finished in rather confusing fashion, but finish it has here in Wellington. Honours even in New Zealand's capital. Sydney.
The A-League's top 2 go head-to-head in the second last game of the decade. And brought it down, got away from Retro. Potential here for Metcalf. Clever touch, McLaren. Out in front of Craig Noon. Cabrera at the back post. Risky back heel. Connor Metcalf could have given Melbourne City the lead. It took a deflection.
If you go in and challenge like that, you're still endangering the opponent.
Corner routine, and Metcalf opens the scoring for Melbourne City. How big will that goal be when it's all said and done in the 2019-2020 season? City in front in Sydney. Emphatic header from the youngster, who has his second A-League goal. Who won that corner? Oh, sliding in. Oh, Grant studs up, in trouble, yellow card.
The first one he slides in, he gets up, he sees the ball, and that one's high.
Going to be sent off for the first time in his A-League career. Johan delivers, Glover comes, brings it down. Oh, what a clearance. Delbridge still alive here. Oh, it's in, and they equalise with 10 men. Just minutes after Ryan Grant was sent off, Adam Lafondra thumps home his 12th of the season. Outside the boot from Noon. Kept on going, Craig Noon, and he's all the way through, and he butchers it. What a chance, one-on-one with the keeper as he lulled the Sydney FC defenders to sleep, and he can't score his second A-League goal. Ninkovic running rings around Metcalf, kept on going. Milos Ninkovic wins a penalty. Adam Lafondra for the payoff. Oh, great save by Glover. So often he goes right down the middle with power, and Glover left a leg there and made a super save. Back post, McLaren! Oh, that would have been one of the great goals. In fact, it was Luna peeling off at the back post. Too easy the way they've worked this. Barbarouses to win it! Sydney FC! Their perfect home record intact, maybe. They take the lead with 6 to go, and Costa Barbarouses with an unerring finish. Down to 10 men for more than an hour, and now Sydney FC are on top. Ams checks his watch. Look at the celebration from Steve Corica. He knows this is massive.
Well, the going is heavy and wet in the Hunter, but the pitch is playable as the third part of the weekend derby trilogy is about to unfold here in the Hunter. It was the very first proper derby, and even though the two clubs have fallen upon at rather hard times of late. Here's Miller. Arroyo at the back post, good nod down, and Petratos, and they had the early goal, Newcastle. And he's done it again in this fixture. He was the Jets' saviour in round 2 from a retaken penalty. This one from open play, and it was an unerring finish. Petratos with the corner, and it's lashed in at the back post by Nikolai Topol-Stanley. An unlikely goal scorer, but the Jets have doubled their money. All clutch of players in the 6-yard box, and Ruben Tongic was one of them. And he's got them back in it, the Central Coast, with his first ever goal in the Hyundai A-League. Fresh off the bench. See if Juric can find some quality. And back post was Jack Clisby, and they are all square, the Central Coast. Nobody picked up the fullback. All the attention taken away by the tall timber in the centre. And Jack Clisby placed his header beautifully in the corner. 2-2.
Paid the price, the Jets. Paid the price. He's free from the get-go.
That's a good win back, though, by Miller. High up the pitch, O'Donovan. It's Dimi Petratos. It's blocked by Gordon. Spins up in the air. Petratos! Newcastle lead again. And it is Dimi on the double. 3-2. High derby drama again in the Hunter.
Stagic thinking we're back in it, now we're behind it again. It's going to be one of those afternoons.
Well, it ended 3-2, the last derby here at McDonald Jones Stadium. We got that scoreline again, this time in favour of the Jets. It's Arroyo flicked it under the near post. Might have been an own goal. Arroyo with the first touch. We'll see who claims it in the final analysis.
It's a little mischievous, really, because there was a lot of attention dragged to him, but it was Kim. And look at the way he falls. He's been good today, Kim, in a second-best team.
Here's Juric. Chris Harold's speed, and he nipped in ahead of Topol-Stanley. Still very quick across the ground. Good ball in too. Oh, and Italiano was brave. Not the best clearance off his line. Miller let it run. Harold looking to place it. Oh, and didn't he just? Didn't he just? Chris Harold with a goal on debut for the Central Coast. It was a peach, even though it was wrapped up in gift paper, really, by Luis Italiano. Kurt Ems says that will do. And Australia Day greetings to one and all, and welcome along to Whitten Oval, better known as the base of the Western Bulldogs in a different code of football. But today the world game returns to Footscray. It is Western United who make their debut here, their third temporary home, and Adelaide United who provide the opposition. Blackwood. There's Aspro jockeying for position, and Blackwood did really well. The chance is alive, and the Reds have buried it through Nikola Milejusnic. And George Blackwood gets the thanks and the congratulations, and rightly so. Leaves Ben Halloran for dead. Advances towards the penalty spot. Here's Berisha. He's had a couple of chances. And at the third time of asking, he buries one as he marks his 200th A-League game with his 125th goal. Tardis, no foul by Troisi. Places it beautifully in behind Dillon. George Blackwood's away here, squares it up. It's 2 for Adelaide and 2 for Nikola Mileusnic. And again, it's those two, Blackwood and Mileusnic. There's Elsie. Ryan Strahan furthest forward for the Reds, off the head of Connor Payne. Ben Halloran and Riley McGree. 3-1 Adelaide United. Diamante. Riston. Connor Payne creeping forward down the left, fed now by Skotadis. Give and go with Max Burgess. Useful ball in, 3-2. There he is again, Besart Berisha. A double for him on his double 100. And Mark Ruden's team are back in it just before the break. Reset through Skotadis and now Aspro. There's a bit more urgency about Western United.
Yeah, I think even the ball movement's a little bit quicker, a little bit sharper in possession.
It's not the best, though, from Burgess.
Mentioned at half-time the lack of pace in this Western United side. Once they turn the ball over, they've got to be careful of that counter-attack now.
They want it back again, though. Here's a chance for Alessandro Diamante. Yes. And we are back all square. And it's a beauty off the left peg of Alessandro Diamante. Well, his surname translates to diamond in anybody's game. It's been a great comeback, though, from Western United in this second half. All stretching was Dillon, and he made contact with his opponent. Play continues with the advantage given. Adelaide have got numbers here. It's Konstantopoulos. Oh! What an effort that was from Nathan Konstantopoulos. Fresh off the bench. Enters his name onto the score sheet in this topsy-turvy contest. And the Reds lead once again, 4-3. Check on the watch. And it is all over. And the first ever meeting between the two Uniteds was a 7-goal thriller in the end. Yes, saving the best till last. The Big Blue has resonance. Some of the other weekend matches had context, given the ladder standings. But Perth Glory and Melbourne City, you'd say, has real meaning this afternoon. Third versus second. Could be a fourth, because that's his 5th of the campaign, that yellow card. And he'll serve a suspension for the home game against the Wanderers next week. In the meantime, he's focusing on this free kick, which is tapped short to Kilkenny. Chianese's touch. Near post is Tarek Elrich, who hangs it up, and Alex Grant, and it's cleared off the line by Craig Noon. Grant again, and Rostin Griffiths at the second attempt gets it further clear for City. There's City's corner in the near post, so he went through everybody and turned in by Rostin Griffiths, would you believe? A rare goal for him against his former club as well, at the shed end of the ground. City draw first blood from the set piece.
To your point earlier, Simon, well made, I thought. If you're going to play with the right fullback, there's no comparison. It's Atkinson first, then Delbridge. Harrison's a centre-half.
Yeah.
And a very good one.
I guess the temptation when you're away from home against a top opponent is to be a little bit more conservative, but good to see that Montbert hasn't succumbed to that. Here's Florent Berenguer, who places it wonderfully into the corner. C'est bon, c'est très bien, monsieur. Florent Berenguer, a beauty, and City are too clear. Griffiths, scorer of the game's opening goal. Susayeta, Atkinson. Held up briefly by Chianese. Swept crossfield by Brillante to find Noon. Building nicely here, City. Jamison, oh, it's going to be a tap-in. Is the flag up? No. Markel Susayeta has his first goal in the A-League. And Melbourne City are having a dream first half in the West. Out they go for Franic again. Almost one back. Glover had kept it out first time round, but
just to diffuse things. And Harrison's just given the ball straight back, or maybe he just wants to get into combat.
lovely ball by Castro. Chianese, Forderoli, not going to miss this time in front of the sheds. He's at it again. It was his goal that sparked Perth's revival against City in December, and he's back towards his former club once again. He's got to scamper back 50-60 metres, try and help his team out defensively. Castro breaks through one tackle, feeds Franic. Castro off the outside of the post. They were that close.
Well, what about him? Setting up the game here for Perth.
Sucking in the big ones, Craig Noon. It's been that sort of a second half for City. All hands to the pump. With Kenny, all risky. And the chance arrives. And the follow-up from Luna is saved by Reddy. Well, that could have killed the game off. And it was casual and... Kilkenny, back post is Christian Popovic, and Forderoli! And Curtis Good puts it behind for a corner.
Play of the game.
It's Kilkenny's free kick. This for a point for Perth. Not quite. And that is full time. Wow. What a game.
What an amazing shot captured by the Fox Sports cameras to kick off Derby night. Derby day in Melbourne. Their first Melbourne derby for the German coach. Here's Toivonen. Lawton on the move again. Toivonen! Another Swede strike from the captain. Gets the better of Philip Curto again. And the victory off to a fast start at home. Light on for goals so far this young season. He's onside here, says the assistant. And running onto a Kiki Dobras. Make it two! 2 goals in less than 90 seconds. And Kiki Dobras, the Austrian playmaker, has his first down under. Well, Western United are slow out of the gates again on Derby Day. Here comes McDonald. Broxham was careful. McDonald whips one across the face. Oh, Diamante! His first goal in the A-League. What an incredible start to this derby. The victory's 2-0 lead halved by the surprise factor from Alessandro Diamante. McDonald able to turn away from Broxham. Dinks at back post. Risdon's in there. Great ball across the face, and they are level. And Besart Berisha, it is his time. Under the roof. All those goals for the Melbourne victory. The celebration is minimal. But what an extraordinary game we're witnessing. 2-2 inside half an hour. Did Berisha score the goal? It's past him, isn't it? It's last touch, Donachie. McDonald, clever little turn. Got the better of Broxham. And Scott McDonald, oh, back off the post. Berisha hunting around for the scraps. To Risdon now, Kone gets it, the Greek international, cutting it back to McDonald, weaves his way clear, and now he does have his first goal ever in the Australian top flight. What a result for Western United. They win their first ever victory against the victory.
Bruce Kamau on the right. It's a lovely ball in. Oh, the Wanderers have the lead. Hang on, whistle's gone. The fact that the ball might have come off Kwame Yeboah's arm in the build-up. There's nothing wrong with the finish.
It's a goal. They must.
He will award the goal. So those celebrations are not cut short. For Josh Berlanto can hit them. Oh, and it's tipped over. Really good save by Daniel Lopa. But City are coming. Make no mistake about that.
Yeah, that's definitely the case.
Johnson is back with him now. It's beautifully retrieved by Kamau. That's great skill. Georgievski going to try and bend it. And Bazanis Had to scramble away to his right to claw it behind for a corner.
Well, this is the way for the Wanderers to swing the balance.
Steered clear by Georgievski. Hang on. Penalty kick.
But as if to labour the point, he's got a handful of his shirt. I don't think it's going to be overturned.
McLaren against Lopar, and McLaren does not miss and maintains his record of having scored in every A-League game this season. And a break here for Jamie McLaren. The angle's narrow. It's a tap-in for Josh Brillante. And Melbourne City have come from behind. And it's the unlikely goal scorer, Josh Brillante. His first A-League goal since scoring against the Wanderers in a Sydney derby over 2 years ago. Confirmation of a third City change. Nathaniel Atkinson is with us in place of Cabrera. Georgievski picks up Meyer, tees it up. It's 2-2. It's Kwame Yeboah with a brace in front of the RBB. Now they've got some chasing to do. Wilmering in particular. It's Lachlan Wales to pull it back. It's Jamie McLaren. He just cannot miss, can he? Jamie McLaren hits a double once again, a new A-League record for him. 2 or more goals in 4 consecutive games, and more importantly, has he won the points for Melbourne City? Quick glance at the watch by Chris Beath. Time almost up. Full-time whistle goes, and Melbourne City record their first ever win in Parramatta to move 4 points clear at the A-League summit. And look at what it means to Eric Mombert.
Hello and welcome to Dolphin Stadium in Brisbane, hosting an A-League game for the first time. Nudging long for Cabrera, first start for him since round 1. Decent ball in. Jamie McLaren like he never left. 2 weeks off with a hamstring concern. It's his former club who he scored 40 goals for, but he's back doing the business with Melbourne City. Here's Brillante, good ball in. McLaren! He's got 2 in each and every A-League game he has played this season. Here's a look at it. Delbridge on the deck and then clearly hits his hand, but they score now. And the comeback is on. Bazana's beaten by Roy O'Donovan, who scores his 2nd of the campaign, and Robbie Fowler's tweaks reaping dividends here.
It was, you know, you could become accustomed to it. So it.
Oh, McLaren!
There's a hat trick.
Hits straight back, and we have the first ever hat trick in this fixture. Jamie McLaren. Trickery from O'Shea. How's the delivery? Pretty good. Back post, Jai Ingham, and in for number 2 for Brisbane. They put their bodies on the line at the back post. And Stephen Mork wound up in the back of the net. It may well be his goal. Perkins, Amadi Holloway. Back to the Welshman, who goes down and earns a penalty. What a stunning turnaround we're witnessing here. Roy O'Donovan, it's 3-3, 63 minutes gone. He was a little too chirpy for the assistant about a penalty claim. Anyway, here's O'Shea. Onside is Aldred. Did well to invent the control, and now he's flashed it in. He did, in fact. And Brisbane in front. The assistant had a long, hard look at it from the most improbable angle.
The wind's played a big part in this. We're looking at whether that ball was actually out before he played it. No, I don't think it's a goal.
Looking for their first lead of the game. Aldred got ahead to it. Was that handball, Jean-Rowe? And Brisbane could have another penalty here. Penalty for Brisbane to make it 4-3. He's doing it again. O'Donovan, hat-trick. Brisbane lead. 4-3 up. Can you believe it? O'Donovan gets rid of the chair. Robbie Fowler says, where's that full-time whistle? 5 minutes just about up. Aldred heads it back into enemy territory. The Brisbane Roar have their first win of the season.
Well, the heat is very much on here at Cooper Stadium today. Not just the 38-degree temperatures, but on the Adelaide United players as well for their slow starts and what Hircham Bavay calls their lack of focus. There's a loose ball though from Jordan Elsey again, showing his rustiness. Mitch Duke, and there's open pasture ahead of Mohamed Adam here. Meyer in the middle, and it's headed in by Nikolai Muller. The German relieves the pressure on his German coach. Adam with the assist, and Nikolai Muller applies the finishing touch. for just his second goal for the Wanderers.
Bayern Munich or the National Mannschaft.
Here's Milosnic, fed by Halloran, and they're all square. It's Al Hassan Toure with the tap-in. They work that beautifully, the Reds, and they're back all square. And Al Hassan Toure is back on target for the first time since the opening weekend of the season. So the Adelaide corner from Truisi, and it's gone over the line, I think. Point of the attack, which is where he wants to play. Elrich, useful ball, incidentally. Oh, what a goal! What a header from Nikolai Muller from a long way out. And the German has a double, and he used his head. That's what he's saying to those Wanderers fans in the corner. It is a bullet header. Get the 3 points tonight. And Mohamed Adams gone through, and he could seal it here. And he gets it second time off Paul Izzo and fires it home. His first goal in the A-League. And the Wanderers are 3-1 up, and that might be enough for the 3 points. Now Al Hassan Toure sneaking in on the blind side of Yerman. Yerman's back goal side now, though. Has the chance gone for the Reds? Oh!
I think it's a penalty.
Yeah. First decision is penalty, and I think that's the right option. It is George Blackwood. Confident finish. Back to 3-2. Game on. Free kick floated towards the box, steered clear by Georgievski, not far enough though. Oh, did that come off the arm of Georgievski? But
that I've seen it and his arms were in.
Yeah.
Now, is there going to be compelling evidence that I got it wrong the first time, like irrefutable?
Penalty. There you go, Harps. There you go. Can Blackwood succeed again? It's all on this. He's put it over the crossbar. You could not make this stuff up. And there we go, full time. And to say that is a much-needed win for the Wanderers is something of an understatement. Daniel Georgievski still with plenty to say. Welcome to a rather grey, wet, but still rather smoky Gosford for the combination of round 14. And Dobras trying to place it, and Mark Birighitti had to be smart down to his left because it came through a few legs. That might have seen it late, the goalkeeper. Good stop. Here's Traore. Just break away and see how this develops. Good block by Lewis Miller. Back they'll come through Paulson. Clever ball. Dobras, top of the box. Deflected in! Kiki Dobras. Second goal for the victory with the help of a big deflection which wrong-footed Mark Birighitti, and Melbourne Victory have the advantage in the 8th minute. Squared up for Stensness, who showed too much of it to Basher. Victory affect the turnover. Quick feet by Naboot. It's lovely stuff by Andrew Naboot. Dobras as Victory flood forward again. Naboot in behind, could be 2 here. Good stop with the feet by Birighitti, back in by Dobras. And turned around with the back heel of Robbie Cruz. Paulson, Traore outside him. Here is Traore, cuts inside Lewis Miller, and Kamsoba.
Brilliant
Desperate block by Rolls. It's Jakob Paulson. Oh. Keeps it alive, and nobody's gone with Cruz. And the Mariners asleep again. It's Naboot. Oh, and it clipped the heel of Dobras. And Juric is away in towards Murray. Couldn't get a piece of it, but it drops here for Miller. Good situation for the Mariners, this. Jordan Murray, they've got it this time. They've had a few sighters, but finally, one of those crosses pays off. Jordan Murray. And they start to queue up in the penalty area. And it's hit the post and got in, an own goal. Goodness me. Melbourne Victory get a slice of good fortune. Adama Traore gets all the plaudits.
Stensness had time.
Corner from Silvera, one in the air by Jordan Murray. They appeal for handball. And they do say handball, but it's gone the way of the Victory, and Matt Simon wants to continue that conversation. Oh, that's Donachie. They'll be very angry if they don't get a penalty. But they've got one. Simon against Thomas. And Matt Simon thumps it down the middle. Makes no mistake. And more than likely now, the Mariners have a share of the spoils. Mariners launch it forward. Could they win it late on? Lawrence Thomas waiting for the ball to come onto him.
I think he's given a penalty.
I think he's given a penalty for the trip on McGlinchey. Simon against Thomas. In off the frame of the goal. 50 goals up for the Mariners for Matt Simon. Pandemonium in Gosford. The Mariners 3-2, about to beat victory for the first time in nearly 7 years. Extraordinary. Marco Kurtz has been sent down the tunnel to chaos. And how about that? What an incredible finale in Gosford.